Yeah, I think the Boogeyman kind of represents grief in the movie, but to me it was really about not communicating with each other. It's about a family who are all going through the grieving process, but they're not talking to each other. They're all on their own separate islands in this kind of very lonely place. And the Boogeyman, to me, and the reason that he's able to set up residence in this house so easily is because if you have all these dark thoughts that you don't speak to and you don't communicate with other people, they fester and they grow, and that in that darkness, something monstrous can grow, and that's really what the Boogeyman.
¿Cómo fue la experiencia de trabajar con niños en el set y evitar que volvieran con pesadillas a casa?
Well, I was very lucky. We cast Vivian Lyra Blair, who is just one of the most brilliant professional actors I've ever worked with. And at first, the first day, I was kind of talking to her like a child and directing her like a child actor, and she was kind of rolling her eyes at me. And it was very clear from the beginning that she was completely in control of her craft, and I was able to talk to her like any of the other actors, and just push her further and further to get this incredible performance that she gives. One of the things that I would do with some of the actors, with their permission, is make very loud noises when they need to jump or play scary music on set. And I asked Vivian if she wanted me to do that, and she was like, "No, I've got it." And she just she'd take 20 seconds and bring the tears, get herself into that state, and then as soon as we call cut, she'd jump up and start playing games again. So she's much more psychologically healthy than I am.
Sé que tuviste mucha libertad creativa al momento de hacer esta película, pero ¿hubo alguna comunicación con Stephen King de por medio?
He was feeding back on the movie at every single stage, but he was very hands-off. He'd read Mark's draft of the script before we started shooting, and he loved it. He gave a few really constructive notes, but he was really touting this as being a great adaptation of a short story, a great adaptation of his work, and a great way to kind of build out from the short story. So going into the shoot, I knew that Stephen King loved it, and I knew that, you know, if he didn't love the movie, it was going to be my fault because, you know, I was the person directing the script. And he saw an early cut of the movie and loved it, and he gave us some great feedback. He had a couple of notes which were great, and we took. And yeah, I mean, he was the person we had in the forefront of our mind the whole time. He was the one audience member that we all really wanted to love this movie.